needed a drink. Not like a glass of wine to decompress after work, but like a drink to dull my overactive senses from the stink of everything that could go wrong, doing exactly that. It was all wrong. But I ignored the nagging voice of the angel on my shoulder, Natalie, and leaned fully into yet another bad decision, letting a glass of whiskey make it all right. I ignored my cell phone buzzing in my pocket in favor of a long sip. My eyelids flickered closed as the liquor slid down my throat, simultaneously cool and warm. It was good whiskey, oaky and sweet. Personally, I preferred a slower buzz. My phone rang again, and I took another sip. The timing was too perfect for it not to be Natalie. From experience, I knew once she started calling, she wasn't going to stop. I knocked back the rest of my glass and slid off the bar stool, finding solid footing on my heeled boots, before I made my way outside in search of quiet. Only then did I go into my pocket for my phone. I peered up both sides of the streets as I pressed it to my ear, waiting for my friend to answer. It was starting to cool off now, especially at night, driving the bustling crowds that had dominated summer inside for shelter. It wasn't empty, but enough that I had space to pace the sidewalk for the duration of a conversation I didn't want to have. "Why aren't you answering your phone?" Natalie demanded, picking up after the second ring. I knew she'd had her phone in her hand, watching it light up with my name, punishing me by making me wait an extra few seconds before she answered. I was a little preoccupied. I stared down at the scuffed toe of my designer boots, feeling none of the rage I would have 2 weeks ago over such a thing. 1 week ago. Maybe the liquor was already kicking in. Or maybe the shit didn't really matter. "You've been drinking." I frowned, bringing my gaze back up to the neon sign bearing the name of the bar. "And you know this. How? Are you watching me?" Natalie sucked her teeth, so loud and clear that even through the phone, I felt like she was right beside me. "Nobody has time to be watching you, though I have considered hiring a babysitter for you. To answer the question, you always refer to your lush activities as being preoccupied, Keris. So I have a tell, and you just weren't going to say anything? Saying something now, boo? Only 'cause I asked. What do you want?" I asked, and I couldn't hear it, but I knew she let out a deep sigh. "To save you from yourself," she quipped. "But since I know that's not happening, I'd settle for you letting me know you're okay." An unladylike snort burst from my throat. "Far from it. You know that." "I do, I just—" This time, her sigh was loud enough for me to hear. "How are you feeling?" Like an atomic bomb went off in my life. "You?" "Keris." "What, Nat?" I laughed, but it felt hollow. "I don't know what you want me to say." "I want you to say you're going to go home and get in bed, but not stay there too long without eating, and not keep yourself in a drunken stupor to cope with your current situation.